So let's talk about compensation and money today, Tom.
Well, good morning. I'm not a bit shy about money, I can tell you that, because I know what money can do, and I know what the lack of it can cause, and that's the way you need to look at it. Very often you hear people say, well, money is the root of all evil. It is not. It's the love of money. But people often say that because they're using it as an excuse not to make the effort to make money or to become successful. And so you need to, we call that, as a famous motivator said, stinking thinking. And that's exactly what that is, stinking thinking. One of the benefits in the Bible of doing good is prosperity. And so if the Lord says it, I think I can buy into that fact, that's it. If you do good, you can prosper and perhaps become wealthy. Wealthy isn't bad, because you can do an awfully lot of good with an awfully lot of money, can't you? You can have the lifestyle that you deserve because you have earned it. To people that do it, they should get it. People that don't, they shouldn't. Unfortunately, we're living in a society where they want to be Robin Hood in reverse. They want to take away from those that do and give to those that don't to promote their own agendas. Well, that's the way the government is now. It used to be a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Now it's a government against the people, using the people for themselves, for their own self-serving interests. Well, we can swim upstream. If you swim upstream, you go somewhere. If you go downstream, you're just adrift, and wherever it's going to take you, you're going to go. So let's swim upstream. We've got the power to do it. If you have the power to go upstream, you go where other people can't, and they're slipping on down. And that's the good thing about this business. There's only about 25% of the people that are entrepreneurial enough to do this, and that's great, because when I drove down today, I saw some people digging for pipelines. I saw someone cleaning the leaves out of one of the culverts, and a lot of people doing those kinds of jobs. And that's great. We need people to do that. They don't have the ambition, the drive, the desire to do those. Some do. Some are just stuck in a place and they don't realize what they have. But this is the business of promoting it out to everyone to see who will hit the bait, if you will, sort of like fishing. You throw a sparkling lure out there. If the fish is hungry, it will hit it. If it's not, it won't, if it's content. So we're sitting here with an opportunity to become prosperous. But for some, wealthy. For some, super wealthy. What do you want to be? If you want to be it, you got to do it. Faith without works is dead. So it's like you've heard the saying, what the mind can conceive, I can achieve. Well, your heart has to feel it too. So if your mind can conceive it, your heart can feel it, you can achieve it. So if you have that heartfelt desire, that burning desire within you, if you can conceive it, and your heart tells you you can do it, and you have the passion to do it, you can achieve it. So let's talk about how to make money really fast. I'll tell you how not to make money. That's not to recruit anybody. If you're sitting there on your ivory tower and you have a downlight that's building strong in one leg and you're making some money on it, you know what? You're really not doing your job. I mean, you're there sort of for a free ride because you got lucky. You hit a lottery of sorts. But I'll tell you what, getting the lottery and getting hit by a meteorite is pretty much about the same thing. But in this business, you can do better because what we do is we pay so much more. And Dan is right. Get three to get three to get three, you can get a $1,000 a month check. Well, that'll keep probably 95% or more of all the people in MLM in it if they could get a $1,000 a month check, because $500 changes a person's lifestyle. That's because you can get a great car for $500, a luxury car. $500 a month lease will get you the best cars out there, the really nice Mercedes, BMWs, things like that. So if you get $1,000, the average house payment, now some of you Californians down there have to pay a lot more, but the average house payment in America is $1,040. So if you get a $1,000 check, it happens to be $1,020, you've made a house payment for average America. That's a big lifestyle change, just double lifestyle change. Or it puts two Mercedes in your garage, whatever you want to do. So as a consequence, for a small amount of effort, you get a great reward because we're sharing the wealth. I looked at one of the big I call them gag-o-gano coffee companies because you have to gag their coffee down. It is so foul, so bitter tasting. And they talk about it. I see where they're exploiting the Robusta coffee bean. It's the worst bean of all of them in the world. It's the most bitter. It has only half the chromosomes, has less flavor, poor flavor, bitter flavor, grows in bitter soil, has the highest caffeine, and that's what they're selling. Why are they selling it? Because it is cheap. And they put some Ganoderma in it, which is questionable. It's even questionable how much they put in it. And they call that a health coffee. And yet they roast it to where they create all kinds of acrylamides and tannins. Now, you see what we're talking about here? We're talking about companies with products that are so lackluster, that are so underdeveloped, so overhyped, underperforming, that how can a company last? And you see, I think the biggest one in coffee right now is collapsing here in America, and they're collapsing in Europe. And as a consequence, they got very big, but they couldn't go the distance. Well, that's the problem is commission checks are built on volume. So you have to build volume. So if the average person comes in and falls out, what can you do to make the average person more successful? Well, our compensation plan has that. We have the mechanism to do that, and it's designed to do that. This big coffee company pays 5%. If you sign up a person, you get 5%, and you can get it 2 levels deep. That's it. And so as a result, 5 and 5. So if you got 3 people who did 200 at 5%, $30. If they got 3, those 3 got 3, that's 9 people at $200, $1,800 worth of volume. At 5%, that's $90. So between those two, 30 and 90 is $120 a month. Not much, is it? And that's at a $200 volume, so you're not even breaking even. But with ours, it's been, and then you can't get any deeper than that. With our company, you sign up one person, you can go 4 levels deep. Person's the same as theirs, 5%. I would just soon be 1% and take the other 4 and put it somewhere else where you can do more because 1% or 5% on 3 people isn't much. See, this is the strategy of the compensation plan, and that's what today's call's on, compensation. So the first level, you need to build some good leaders, get some good people close to you, because they're going to build big volume away from you, and the deeper it goes, the more money you make, because there are more people on those levels, but we also pay increasing income, our percentages. So on the second level, where this coffee company goes to 5% and stops, we double up. We pay 10. So instead of making on that level $90, we pay $180. So $180 and 30 on the first is $210. You got your money back. On their program, you got about half your money back. See, so you've got all your money back, and you're making a little with us. On 3 that got 3. Now you jump to the next level. You don't get paid on the other company unless you get some width really built out there, and we're going to go triple up on that. We're going to pay you 15%. So 15%, you have 27 people. On that one, the 9 that got 3, that equates to $810 in commission, see? So you've got $810 on that level. On the other, you got 0 with it. So that's the kind of thing that happens. And if you go to the next level, the 4th one, which they also don't pay on, we're paying double up again. We pay 10%, see, on those kind of things. So, I mean, that's in the SISEL line. The coffee line's in 10s. But you see what we're talking about? We're talking about huge amounts of money. And then when they come back on, if you get wide enough, they go to 5s, to 4s, to 3s, to 2s, to 1s. And when we jump from a 5, we drop, or from a 10, we go down to a 5. It goes 5, 5, and hit an infinity, which goes 5s on. So if you understand those concepts. But what we're doing is we're paying out so much more. We're sharing the wealth. And what does that mean? It means you need to know your compensation plan to a certain point. Don't become an expert at it, but know enough to know how to make money. If I was building an organization, I would start building out, and I'd build 3 or 4 wide, and that's about all you can work with until you get them down to about, they're very successful at about 4 levels or so. By that time, you'll be making a great deal of money on 4 levels. You could be making, now on 4 levels, if you had 3 to go 3 to go 3 to go 3, it's not so many. It's only a little over 100 people. You would be making almost professional income. You'd be making about $4,000 a month if they're all buying with 100 people. Do you know what it takes to get, in most companies, to get up to a check that's $1,000? It takes about 150 people in most network marketing companies, and we can make about a $4,000 check with that same number of people. So what does that say about the compensation plan? Man, we are smoking hot. These other companies can't afford to do it. Number one, why should they? I mean, they're in business and they're trying to make a profit and they're struggling and trying to grow. I've built a huge company. I've made my profits. So I'm now sharing the wealth that I would take, that I would pay to dividends to shareholders. If I did that, I have none. We have no debt. We don't have any rent, no interest, and none of that. So I share all of that wealth with you because my mission now is not to make money for myself. It's to make money for you and help have you become healthier and more wealthy and happy. So that's why this compensation plan is designed this way. So if I had 3 or 4 wide, maybe 5 wide, and where would I sign my new distributor up? I dang well would put them on the 3rd level. Why? Because you make 15% on the 3rd level. If I had a preferred customer, where would I put them? I'd put them on my 3rd level. Because on my 1st, I get 5%. On my 3rd, I make 15%. You see? Even if I put them on my 2nd or 4th, I make 10. So there's ways, strategies to take this compensation plan to make more money for you. So work hard, work smart. But the important thing is work. Because this is a business, we're going to make more money. How are you going to do it without recruiting? You've got to recruit. So get out and recruit. Spend 80% of your time doing it. Do it every single day. Talk to at least 3 people every day. Would you work hard for 3 years if you knew you could become a millionaire or a multimillionaire? Well, we offer that promise. It is so possible that you can do that with this company if you'll do it. The problem is many people won't work 2 months or 3 months, let alone 3 years. But if you do it, the chance here to make money like you have never dreamed possible, the chance to work from your own home, the chance to have the most beautiful home you never dreamed of, but hoped for, but never thought was possible. To drive the best cars you see driving down the highway passing you in your little Toyota Corolla can be yours. That's what we offer at the compensation plan. And next week, I'll tell you what, I'm going to floor you when you see what is happening with the compensation plan. When you see what is going to happen with the super nukes in products we're going to lay out for this summer. Sales go down in the summer a little bit because people are vacationing and things like that. We're going to triple the whole volume of the company, I believe, according to Joey Boswell, and I believe him too. I believe myself because of what we're going to bring out with these things to make more money faster and the products to ignite people, to motivate them so much, and with the money that they can make off it. Summer is not going to slow down. Summer is going to be warp drive for SISEL. So get your rear in gear. Let's get going. Back to you, Dan.
Let's go out to Joey Boswell this morning. I know you can't sleep, Joey. You've been recruiting like a madman, and you've been recruiting some of the greatest talent that I've had the opportunity to visit with because they followed you for so many years. But, Tom just made a pretty big statement. It's summer. And you're saying this company's going to double or triple in 90 days. How can you make that statement? Why are you so sure of that, Joey?
Well, let me ask you a question. What's the difference between summer and winter, Dan?
I don't know.
Not a lot. Unfortunately, people get lazy in the summer months when the weather gets hot, but all excuses are equal. When you truly understand what's at stake here with the compensation plan and why everyone should be excited, Tom touched on the residual side of things, but when you really look at the fast start money he's putting out to the field right now, you can earn anywhere from 30 to 45% on anyone you recruit into the business. So if you make a commitment a day to recruit 1 to 2 people a day, let's say you recruited 1 master pack a day on the SISEL side. That's $300 a day. 300 times 30, that's $9,000 a month. That's truly a six-figure income. I mean, think about that. Do you know one person a day that is looking for an opportunity to have their own business? You know, everybody dreams of having their own traditional business, but in today's economy, 97% of this country cannot even afford a franchise. You know, get into the a Burger King. It's millions of dollars for people. So, you know, their dreams are just busted because they don't have a chance. Well, you can go to someone like this and say, listen, I can provide you a stronger franchise than Starbucks. How would you like to have 100,000 Starbucks that you get paid on 24/7, 365? Or how would you like to have a shampoo line that you get paid on 24/7, 365 right from the comfort of your home with an investment of about $1,000 to $1,200? I mean, it's truly a no-brainer. What if you sponsor 2 people a day on a master pack, just 5 days a week? That's 10 master packs a week. That's $300 to $450 for each pack. That's $3,000 to $4,000 a week. Just that alone. That doesn't include your residual income. That doesn't include your check match program. That doesn't include your car bonuses. It doesn't include a lot of incentives. I just about gave it away, Tom Mower. And if you don't think he's not going to triple this company over the next 90 days, you just don't know what you don't know. And it's all about timing and positioning. And all I can say to each and every one of you in this company today, you need to put a sense of urgency on what you have at stake. I don't care what you did up to this point. I don't care if some of your friends and family quit. You know, so many people, they get frustrated. Some of the people you love and care about the most, they get in, they get excited, they bring 1 or 2 people in, then they start complaining, whining, and crying. You know, we're not in the babysitting business. Tell them next. You know, I got a text this morning from somebody we're prospecting. Well, if this person gets in, I'm not going to do it. I said next. Fantastic. We don't want everyone. Understand something. If this opportunity was for everyone, we wouldn't have an opportunity. So we're not in the babysitting business. We're in the making money business. You learn to treat this like a multi-billion-dollar business. You wake up with that mindset 24/7. This company will pay you millions of dollars. I'll make a prediction now. I'll be making 7 figures a year with this company in less than 12 months. Wearing flip-flops, wearing my Bluetooth, waking up when I want to wake up, go to bed when I want to go to bed. But as long as you care about people and you're committed and you keep that mindset straight, that's when major success happens. And I'm going to leave each and every one of you with this. Negative people breed negative people. Broke people breed broke people. Successful people breed successful people. You make that decision which category you want to be in, because if you're negative 24/7, that's the quality of people you're going to draw, and you will continue to be broke like you are today. That's the facts of life. Get with successful people, get your mind right, show up every single day, and the ones that can turn a negative into a positive the quickest are the biggest winners.
I'm on top of the world now.